Hi guys, what if we have a situation when our student doesn't want to listen to us? What if we tell him what he has to do and he rejects and doesn't follow our requests? What do we do? So I have this one student that he's very fast. He's actually very fast in acting, in speaking, in everything, in reading. He's just such a personality, he likes to do everything quite fast. And so he usually doesn't want to do anything other than games. But that time I needed him to write down an exercise. And he really didn't want to, but I insisted. And I explained to him why does he need it. Because when he imagines in his mind that this is how it's supposed to be, he thinks it's correct. But when you write it down, you see the mistake, you notice the mistake, and then you can correct yourself, and then you learn from that. So after I explained it to him, he didn't believe me at first. So I told him, okay, let's try. Just write this, do this task now. Write this sentence, for instance. Okay, so he wrote that sentence, and then I didn't tell him what's incorrect and what was the problem. I just hinted, can you think twice? Can you read again? And see if you really did the right thing. And then when he read it again, he noticed the mistake. He corrected that mistake. The mistake was really silly. And so I told him, because you like to do everything very fast, you miss out the details and you make such silly mistakes. You can avoid them if you just practice it. If you write it down and again, you notice where you keep making that mistake and learn to avoid them. And so we did that exercise quite successfully. I told him, starting this month, we are going to cover a big chunk of information, of a new material. We have a lot to do and we cannot skip writing. And he got scared at first, of course, because he doesn't want to do the hard work. And so I told him that I promise that now I'm going to divide my lesson into small parts. And after each activity, a game or something what we do other than writing, I told him that we are going, after each activity, we are going to do one writing exercise or one page of writing. And so we'll have several modules like this. And at the end of the lesson, I promised him that we are going to have a multi-purpose game where when we review vocabulary or grammar, tenses, or whatever. And when we are going to have those games, I will bring with me few, like 3 or 4 board games, and he will get to choose them as a reward for this hard work that we have done before the games. So he got very excited, and so it's just, my point is that sometimes it's worth to treat our students as an adults and try to explain your point. Why do you want them to do what you want them to do? And sometimes it's worth even to show it in practice, yes, like insist to do that he would do that task and notice what's the problem. And then when he realizes the problem, he might also start working on changing that, on cooperating with you. Like it's for his good anyway. So eventually we had a very nice lesson. He has done all tasks that I wanted to. I applied that new tradition right away. And then starting next few months, we are going to do the same way. And I hope we will be able to cover that big part of material. So this is my case. If you had some other cases and you had some other tips how to how to persuade your students to do what you want them to do, please share in the comments. Maybe other teachers can read your comments also, and it can help them as well. I'm just sharing how I had that and how I deal with that. Hopefully I'm going to do more videos like that. from life stories of a teacher, sometimes just some life hacks of a teacher, or even some things that I actually do in my lessons. And so see you next in my next video. Bye.